Hi everyone. All right. Yes, 2 videos in one day. As y'all know, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And one thing that I always do is the banana pudding. Super simple. There's a lot of ways to do it. Some people do it cooked with like the meringue. My family does not care for it like that. So I figured I'd record it. It's cheap and affordable. You'll see most everything I use is generic store brand. But yeah, I figured I'd record it and give y'all something to watch. So as you'll see here, this is my really pretty bowl. This bowl actually made my day one day. We were thrifting, me and my husband, at thrift stores. And I found it and had to have it because growing up, my mom has this same bowl. And I always made the banana pudding in this bowl as a kid. So now I have my own. So, all right. Basically, all I'm going to do is use the generic Great Value, any store brand vanilla wafers. Obviously, they're cheaper than, buying name brand, so they work perfect. And then I have some bananas here. When I buy them, I try to get them as green as possible so that by the time I use them, they're ready, not too soft. So, because you don't want it mushy, or at least we don't. But basically, I'm going to layer these 2 items. I'm going to start with a layer of the wafers on the bottom. Yep. So basically, I'm just going to start with a layer of wafers on the bottom and up the sides of the bowl. And for anyone new, welcome. Welcome to my channel. So if you are new, my name is Amber and I'm from North Carolina. I like to share my food bank hauls. I do canning and preserving and some simple Southern cooking. I like to save money any way I can too. So I love a good thrift store. That's something else I may share the next time I'm able to go thrifting. I'll share what I find at the thrift store. If y'all think y'all might like that, let me know down below in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel so you will continue to see the posts and videos. Hit that subscribe bell so you'll get notified when I post a new video. So basically, I put a layer of vanilla wafers in the bottom of the bowl and up the sides. Your bananas, no particular thickness. I don't want them too thin, but I also don't want them way too thick. So, and then you're just going to do a layer of those. And we typically have, I guess, what you would call your traditional Thanksgiving meal. Consists of turkey, your dressing or stuffing as we call it. We do not stuff it in the bird though. We actually cook it on the stovetop, then press it in a pan and bake it for a little bit. But we have the turkey, the stuffing, cranberry sauce, baked mac and cheese, green bean casserole. We usually have mashed potatoes, a sweet potato casserole. I am actually doing the green bean casserole and a corn casserole. And then we have rolls. So to me, ours is pretty traditional if you go by like, your traditional meal. What do y'all have? Let me know below in the comments. I think it'd be interesting to see what everybody, does anyone do anything different or have a different tradition, or, what are your customs for the holidays? So again, I just put another layer of wafers on top of the layer of bananas that I put down. And now I'm slicing a couple more bananas to do another layer of bananas. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's going to get eat. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be tasty and delicious no matter what. And this is something that if you have children and they like to be in the kitchen, I suggest letting them help you, because I have really great memories of Thanksgiving and Christmas always being in the kitchen with my mom. When I was too little to be able to do anything else, the one thing I was allowed to do was layer the wafers and the bananas. I could cut the bananas using a butter knife. I never even had to use a sharp knife. And it's something that stuck, that even into adulthood, here I am now, 35 years old, and I still do the banana pudding. So yeah, start something with your children and let them help you. And as y'all know, I have 2 children, but you don't hear them in here. They're older, so they're off in their bedroom somewhere, probably watching some sort of video or movie on their phone. That's practically all kids do nowadays, live on their phones. Also, do y'all have any ideas or suggestions as to what you do with your Thanksgiving leftovers? What are you going to do with all that extra turkey and stuffing so that it doesn't go to waste? I have a couple ideas, but I'm curious as to what y'all do. If y'all have any tips or suggestions, put them down below. All right, so I think right now I'm just gonna do, one more layer of the wafers up here. And as you're going up with your layers on the bottom, you're going to go up on the sides as well. So you're just gonna keep going up between the wafers and the bananas, the wafers and the bananas. So, and depending on the size of family, you can scale this down or up for your size. So say there's only a handful of you, obviously just, use a smaller bowl. If there's more of you, it's going to take more. But for what I do in this size bowl, typically I go between, I always buy 2 things of the wafers. I don't use both boxes, so, which is a good thing because my husband has a weakness for vanilla wafers. he will sit there and eat an entire box if you let him. So it's not like they're gonna go to waste. And again, like I said, I buy them, the generic ones, because they taste just as good. All right, so if you'll see here, let me move that out your way. I will keep these in here because you will see I will crush these and use these on the top. All right. Let me move my cutting board. And by the way, if you love my cutting board, my husband actually made that for me. He's pretty talented, I will give him that. All right, so as you can see here, it's layered in the bowl, wafers and bananas. I have another bowl here, and again, generic, by store brand. It tastes just as good, and it's gonna save the bank, by store brand. I use vanilla pudding. You can use banana flavored, French vanilla flavored. You could even do a chocolate banana pudding using chocolate pudding. So you can get creative. I do traditional for my mom. She prefers the vanilla flavor, so I just go with the vanilla flavored pudding. Instant. You could do the stovetop cook, but you know, sometimes we just want to get it done. So I'm going to do this one. Let me get the milk out, and I'm going to get this mixed up. All right, and it's 2 cups for every one of these boxes because I buy the big box. And I have a KitchenAid stand mixer, but when I'm doing something simple like this, that's literally just these 2 items, I'm just going to use my really old, very handy General Electric hand mixer. Don't know how many of you have seen these. It's definitely older, but it's very reliable. And again, that was also a thrift store find. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 boxes of this mixed up. I bought 3 to be on the safe side because even if I don't need it, a box of pudding sitting in my cabinet will come in handy at some point. All right, so I got the dry mix in there, and now I need 4 cups of milk. All right, let's see here. And if you'll remember, this is the milk I got at the food bank several weeks back. Still using on it, still have several more half gallons in the fridge. None of them expire until December the 30th. Utilize those food banks. You never know what you're going to get. All right. So I'm gonna pour this in here. We're gonna get this mixed up, and then we're not gonna mix it till it's completely thick either, because we've got to be able to pour it into the banana and wafers without mixing it up. All right, it's gonna be loud for a minute. Loves, there we have it. We got that mixed up, and now I'm going to pour it in here. And this is why you didn't want it thick, because you want it to pour in there, and this will let us know if I need to make that other box or not. We may have to make it, we may not. Let me see here. let's see here. Let me get a butter knife. I'm gonna grab a butter knife and just kind of poke these down. I mean, it appears like it's all in there. I'm going to go ahead, let's see here, turn it. I'm going to go ahead and make it because I do like the pudding to come all the way to the top and cover all those wafers. I may not need all of it, so what I'll do is whatever extra prepared pudding I have, it'll go in the fridge in a smaller container and somebody can eat it. No biggie. It's not going to go to waste. All right, so now I just need 2 cups of milk. All right. All right. 2 cups of milk. Get this mixed up. It's gonna be loud a minute. Yep, that's good and mixed. So now we're going to get that poured. All right. I mean, because that would have worked. I'm so used to having it completely covered because I always use crushed wafers to top it. All right, that might be all I can get in there without making a giant mess. All right. Let's see here. All right. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just wanted it to be somewhat covered because I'm going to take and crush these up. And then I'm just going to sprinkle them on top. And this is one of those dishes you can go ahead and make the night before like I am. So that tomorrow morning when I get up, I can do the other things I need to do to take with me. And there you have it, guys. Simple, affordable dessert for a get-together. All right, now, there you have it. And if you want to see more, come back in the morning because I will record and show you the other things that I will be making for Thanksgiving. Corn casserole, green bean casserole, and a homemade creamy baked mac and cheese. Again, come back in the morning and I'll show you what I got for Thanksgiving. Y'all have a great night.